Howdy y'all, it's your girl. So in honor of this beautiful look, this beautiful rainbow braided look, I thought that I'd talk about one of my favorite black people, George Clinton. Not to be confused with Bill Clinton. It's George Clinton, the father of funk, not Bill Clinton, the father of gunk. Yeah, not Bill Clinton, George Clinton. I don't know why when I was younger I would always get them mixed up. George Clinton is a legend of funk, a legend of music in general, one of the most sampled artists ever. Obviously not more than like James Brown and Michael Jackson, but you know, he's up there somewhere. He's up there somewhere. Yeah, he's about 75 years old now. He surprisingly has calmed down quite a bit, but oh boy, was he a wild man. He was born in Kannapolis, North Carolina, and then he grew up in Plainfield, New Jersey for a little bit. Growing up in New Jersey, he had his own barbershop called the Silk Palace. Honestly, that just sounds cool. Like, I would go just to have fun there. It sounds like a place to hang out. But you trying to go to the Silk Palace tonight? Yeah, man, you already know. That's where all the cats gonna be tonight. I can just hear them now, back in like the 50s, with their little like permed and slicked hair or whatever. So he had a doo-wop group starting out, and it was called the Parliaments, like the cigarettes. And so yeah, that's how he got started with his little doo-wop group. They had one little hit record, and they were all polished and nice at first. I'll set a picture. And then, I don't know, something happened around the 70s where he got in with like the college kids and, you know, drugs, LSD and cocaine, and somebody in one of the interviews I was watching mentioned something about some Quaaludes. I'm not even sure what those are, but they sound strong. And once he got into all the like psychedelic stuff, he kind of just went crazy with it. And then he started to look like this. So let's look through some of my favorite George Clinton looks, because boy oh boy does he have a lot of them. This man is iconic with these rainbow hairs. He would have like, I don't even know, he'd have like a curly rainbow weave up top, and then he'd have like rainbow braids and dreads at the same time. At one point in the 70s or the 80s, he had this weird haircut that was like, I don't know if he just got a big forehead, but it looked like he purposely shaved it like all the way back. And then, you know how when people have like a little slit in their afros? He had one that was like real deep and real big, like an invisible part that's not invisible. He had a lot of cool hairstyles is what I'm trying to say. I'll insert some pictures of my favorite looks, because this man was giving you looks, okay? Not to mention like the costume designs, like I don't know where they got those costumes made, but all of them, they had so many people in these bands. The first band he started was it psychedelic first? Oh, look at me not knowing shit. Okay, so the Parliaments was his little doo-wop group where they were all slick and polished, but then they turned into like a funk music, soul, rock kind of fusion kind of thing. And then he branched off and also had the Funkadelic group. Basically, it's the same group. I was a little confused by that. I thought the Parliament and Funkadelic was two different groups, but basically it's the same group. They just had two different names, but they had so many band members. They had so many people. And in one of the documentaries, he was talking about how like everybody was doing a lot of drugs back in those days. Well, I mean, people still be doing a lot of drugs, but you know what I mean. Like, they would literally come to the studio just loaded, as they call it, and they would just make music. Like, you would have one person on a song, wouldn't even finish it, somebody else would come and jump on the song. You have like that, like, I don't even know, multiple people on one song. They just didn't really care about the continuity of it. They would just make music, and honestly it sounds great. They had some hits. They really revolutionized like the whole funk movement and all that stuff. They're very unique. As performers, not only did they have like crazy ass costumes and shit, they were legit. They were just wild as hell. Like, they would be loaded on drugs, acid and cocaine and probably other stuff, and they would just like get off on scaring the shit out of people. Basically, they would go up there and act fucking crazy. George Clinton said that one time he would like go up to people's tables and just like pour wine on himself and strip his clothes off. Like, this man was crazy. Can you imagine somebody that's like high on hella drugs coming up to your table. You trying to watch performance all chill. This man just jumps on your table, start taking his clothes off and pouring wine on himself. Like, would you leave? Because I don't know, I might get up and leave. Because that's a bit much, George. That's, I don't think that's what I signed up for. They literally, like, scare the crowd away sometimes. Another member of Parliament Funk, we'll call them P-Funk for now. Bootsy Collins, you should know about him. He's iconic as hell too. He had like the big top hat with the glasses with the stars on them. Amazing. He has a great voice. So Bootsy Collins said that one time they were performing, all of them were like high as shit on drugs, and by the end of the performance there was nobody in the crowd. Like, they scared everybody away with their shenanigans. Even the security guards were gone. Like, it was empty. Can you imagine how much drugs you have to take and how high you must be while you're performing for you to not notice the whole crowd leaving? Like, everybody's gone and y'all ain't even see them leave. And it's a bunch of y'all, so y'all just didn't care. It was just up there doing a damn thing. They must have been having so much fun though. Like, when I see all the videos from their tours and shit, they had so much fun, and there was so many people. Like, it's like a community, but like musical. I think the first time I ever seen George Clinton, before I even knew who he was, because I was so young, was in Good Burger. And so that had to be around, like, I don't know when the first time I watched Good Burger. Anyways, when I first seen George Clinton, I didn't even know who he was on that one scene in Good Burger, which is like such a legendary scene. I used to always try to do the dance. Boy, was it me, yeah. I'd watched that movie hundreds of times before I realized that, like, oh, this song that they're playing during the little dance is his song, and that's why he's in this. I just thought that he was a crazy person in like the little segment, because they're in a crazy house. I thought he was just part of the scene. I didn't realize that, oh, this is like somebody that's important. George Clinton is responsible for like all kind of hits like Flashlight. When I hear Flashlight, I just think of Roll Bounce immediately. Atomic Dog. What else? Do Fries Go With That Shake? What else? What other songs they have? One Nation Under the Groove. In the 80s, the Red Hot Chili Peppers reached out to George Clinton for him to produce their album. So their album, what was it called? Styly Filey or something? Oh, Freaky Styly. Freaky Styly was produced by George Clinton. And the album is, I don't know if it's good or not, actually. I was going to say it's really good, but I've actually never listened to it. But it looks like it looks cool. I mean, how can it not be a good album? It's Red Hot Chili Peppers and George Clinton. So it's probably a really awesome album. I'm going to go listen to it later. So there's this photo of him with Chelsea Clinton. That's Bill Clinton's daughter, Bill and Hillary's daughter. And she's so young. She looks so adorable in this picture. And apparently, this man was holding a crack pipe while taking this picture, and she did not even know. Can you imagine? This man was crazy. Like, this man just doing crack and meeting fans at the same time, meeting the president's daughter with a crack pipe in your hand, sir. You are wild. So like I mentioned before, he's been sampled a bunch of times. The really popular Snoop Dogg song, the one that's like, Snoop Doggy, Dogg. Yeah, that's him. It was originally Atomic Dog by George Clinton. I'll see if I can play a little snippet of it or something. Aaliyah referenced his track in Back and Forth. Dr. Dre sampled him. I don't remember which song. Childish Gambino recently sampled him in the song Riot, but it's real subtle. Tupac sampled him in one of his songs. I'm going to link the documentaries and the interviews below because they're actually really, really good. He recently did a Tiny Desk concert. That was really good. It's just so crazy to see him look all like, well, normal. Way normal compared to what he used to look like, that's for sure. I mean, he still looks kind of strange, but he definitely looks a lot more normal than he used to. He's bald now. He doesn't have the fun hair anymore. But I mean, he's 75 and he's been doing that for so long. I'm sure he's finally just tired of the crazy hair and stuff. But man, was he iconic. Like, when I first discovered him, I was like, oh my god, his hair is so cool. And then when I found all the like different costumes and stuff he used to wear like long wigs and stuff. He was just amazing. I wish there was somebody like that nowadays. I mean, oh well, there's Tyler, because he literally is doing weird hair. Okay, well yeah, there's Tyler, because why are you calling me? I am so tired of looking for these goddamn Airbnbs. I'm tired of shit. Okay. I release the stress. I don't want to be stressed out about this. I really don't. Like, I really fucking don't. Okay? I refuse to be stressed about this. Okay? We will find a nice Airbnb. We will find it. It will find us. It will find us. Okay? It's out there, and we're gonna get it right when we need to have it. I'm not stressed about it. I release it. I'm not even gonna think about it no more. I'm not even gonna think about it. What else do I need to say? I feel like I've talked about everything. George Clinton is iconic. His looks are iconic. His music is iconic. He's just a great guy, you know? He has a lot of kids. Eventually he had his kids helping him on tour as his like manager and just, you know, tour stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I hope I covered everything. So yeah, shout out to George Clinton one time. I hope I meet him one day because I just want to ask him about his hair. I just want to ask him, who did your hair? Were you doing it yourself? Because I know he knows how to do hair because he had the Silk Palace barbershop thing. So I wonder if he was doing his own hair. That is crazy. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him because he seems like the type of amazing guy that can do his own hair. But yeah, thanks, George. You've influenced me so much, more than you even realize. One day I'm going to make a song and dedicate it just to you, George Clinton. I don't know how it's going to sound, but I know it's going to be funky. Alright, that's all I got for y'all today about the great, amazing, legendary, iconic George Clintonio. He's awesome. If you don't know who he is, now you know. Go listen to a song, go listen to an album, go listen to Atomic Dog or Flashlight, because those songs are iconic. They're legendary. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.